Welcome to the British Columbia Adventure Series, Episode 1, Cape Scott Provincial Park. Vancouver Island contains many excellent adventures. We'll start in spring at the northwestern tip in Cape Scott Provincial Park. A ferry ride from West Vancouver's Horseshoe Bay connects us in Nanaimo, where my buddy Laine and I start the entertaining drive north. This is a hike-in, hike-out deal, with a parking lot accessed by well-marked logging roads. In 1897, the first of two settlement attempts by Danish pioneers was underway in this modern-day park. At one time, there were over 1,000 people living here. The community was equipped with a general store, a school, and facilitated all the events of life. Eventually, due to a number of reasons like the harsh weather conditions and a lack of government support, the settlement attempts failed. In 1973, this area was turned into a provincial park. Many artifacts, building foundations, and fields can still be found today and are a part of Cape Scott's protected heritage. We're at Nell's Bite, which was our destination, and as we're getting here, about 1.5 kilometers out, it gets considerably more dark because it took longer for us to get here than we originally anticipated, what with all the filming and all. And we were making out without the use of headlamps, and we came across a puddle, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's pretty dark, I may as well turn on my headlamp to find out. And since it's on, random chance, I was like, Laine, I'll get yours, because he had it up in the back, so I got it, and he put it on. And as he puts it on, and he tilts his head up to the sky, we see these two little things. I was like, man, what are those?
I honestly thought it was just a trail marker, just some sort of marking, but then it started moving towards us. Initially, I thought it was an island deer because they are quite small compared to our northern deer.
I was like, I don't know, man. I think it's a bear. So, and then I thought, oh man, that looks totally like a cougar. Dude, totally like a coug, because it's just the way the head is bobbing and everything, it must be.
Well, I wouldn't think we're gonna run into like a bear or anything just on the trail. Like, it's gonna know we're there. Deer aren't quite that smart. But we see this thing and it starts moving towards us at a very good clip.
As it gets close enough, we can totally make it out, a white-gray wolf. Didn't even expect a wolf to be around here. Maybe that was naive of me, but it was. And so I'm like, dude, what should we do? What should we do? And I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit here because I wear a whistle when I go on hikes like this. Most people make fun of me, and I kind of joke around that this is my rape whistle, just in case Laine decides he wants to do some inappropriate things to me. But in any case, this came in handy because I got the go-ahead from Lainer and gave it a huge, huge whistle. The thing froze, just like, ah, and then it decided, yep, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna leave. And I'm thankful that it did.
But then we still had to walk a good, probably half an hour after that, which was kind of on the edge.
This morning, Laine and I were able to see exactly what we came across in the forest last night based upon the tracks we discovered. There's one, and we can follow it. I'm gonna show you this next to my hand. That's how big that guy's foot was, one of them. And as we all know, he's got 4, so he was a big mofo, is what he was. I'd say it was scary business, but dude, I wasn't scared at all. I mean, it's just a wolf, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we sure have a treat in store for you today. It's a fantastic lunch. It's gonna be a pita with some salsa and poulet, chicken rice, poulet, rice de poulet. And once opened, we got a nice hollow pocket. It's a decent amount of rice. Salsa. And there, we have our pita pocket lunch. That bite was pretty much all bread though.
Maybe the next bite will have more than just bread in it. Maybe it will have some salsa and rice in it. So that was all just salsa. Now here's my salsa rice bite. Have to mentally prepare for this. Ow. It's hot on my hand. Burning. Yeah!
Hear me, stranger, there's a sign above. It reads, don't put the snakes inside of the doves. Tumbleweeds roll to the beat of a drum. Get the hell out of Dodge and go back to where you came from. Hear me, stranger, there's a sign above.
Hello Japanese people, Nihon Jin desu. I'm here today to let you know, and I'm sure that it goes both ways, but today I did find some Japanese garbage washed up on shore. This is a global problem. It's one affecting all nations, because I'm sure there's British Columbian stuff washing on the shores near Tokyo. But today, in British Columbia, Cape Scott, found some plastic. We just need to think of the ocean as a natural resource, a global resource that needs to be respected to some greater or lesser extent, perhaps. As Laine and I head out to the lighthouse, we come across roads that were built by the Canadian Air Force, who had a top secret radar station here during World War II. Even random power line poles will pop out at you as you hike along. Welcome to the very northwest tip of Vancouver Island, Cape Scott, standing on top of the lighthouse. A couple of people live here all year round. Just met them now. They'll greet you as you enjoy the experience of the view.
It's quite early in the morning. It's cloudy, it's cold, and thus begins our trek back to the start.
Laine and I decided this morning that our muscles and bodies weren't sore enough. And what better way to get us there than a snowboarding adventure on Vancouver Island's premier alpine destination, Mount Washington.